Hello. Today, Thursday, the 20th of January, is a very special day in the Jewish calendar. It is Tu B'Shvat, the 15th of Shvat, New Year for trees. The significance today of Tu B'Shvat is that we thank God Almighty for the wonderful fruits which He has given us. And we do so by taking a new fruit, meaning to say a fruit that we haven't yet eaten this season. Perhaps it's a pomegranate, perhaps it's a new kind of peach. And by the way, even if you've had other varieties of peach, every variety of peach is considered to be new in its own right. And before we say the regular bracha, which is Borei Priya Eitz, thanking God, blessed are you, God, King of the universe, who has created the fruit of the tree. Before saying that blessing, we say another blessing. We say the Shechiyanu blessing, in which we thank God for giving us life and giving us sustenance and bringing us to this time of the year. Shechiyanu, v'kimanu, v'yanu lisman hazeh. On the most basic and fundamental level, what this tells us is that even the simplest things in life, things which repeat themselves every season, are a reason to give thanksgiving for God Almighty. Nothing should be taken for granted, nothing should just be assumed, but rather every new thing that we see, even if it's not fundamentally new, is just new for this time of year, is a reason to thank God and to demonstrate by doing so that we don't just take it for granted, we just don't expect it to happen. This has actually been brought home to me very powerfully over the last couple of weeks. My dad, may he live bis 120 till 120, hasn't been well, and because of a number of different medical events, he's been in hospital. And while there, unfortunately, he suffered yet other medical events associated with a gross impairment of vision. He temporarily lost his peripheral vision almost entirely, and his regular vision had become very blurry. And then when, thank God, the situation improved, he really appreciated this gift of sight. And he said, look, I can see this. Look how beautiful the day is. It's so uplifting. It's making me so happy. I can see that picture on the wall. I can see the light. I can see the details on your face. And then my dad tells me, he says, do you know how much pleasure and enjoyment you have from the discernment of details, rather than just seeing the thing broadly, when you're actually able to pick out features on a person's face? That's a source of tremendous pleasure. And I really took this to heart, because I think most of us, we just assume we're going to see. But that's not the way of a Jew. In fact, when we wake up in the morning, after we say the Modeh Ani, where we thank God for having returned our souls to us, there are a number of specific blessings that we say. We thank God for the gift of movement. We thank God for the gift of sight, amongst many others. The blessing for the gift of sight is, Baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam, blessed are you, God, King of the universe, Pokeach Ivrim, who opens up the eyes of the blind. And the reason, on the most fundamental level, that we say this blessing is because to see is just such a blessing. You know, the Talmud says that a person who's blind, Iver, Chashav Kames, he's almost like he's dead. And my dad said it too, that when he wasn't able to see for a day, he said he felt so depressed. He felt that the whole world was closing into him. And then when he was able to see, he says, what a beautiful day this is. This is a man who's lying almost immobile on a hospital bed. But because he could merely see, he thought the day was, in his words, it was a terrific day. It behoves us as well to appreciate all the small kindnesses that we constantly experience. And I have a very specific request to you, to my listeners, and that is that in the schus and the merit of my dad, may he live bis 120, I ask you to at least say this one blessing in the morning. Baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam, blessed are you God, King of the universe, Pokech Ivrim, who opens up the eyes of the blind. You'll find it in the Siddur. If you can't find the Siddur, say it in English, but just thank God for the gift of sight. And don't do it once in a while. Do it daily. I want to wish you all a very happy Tu B'Shvat. May you, in fact, constantly experience only good and positive things in your own lives and the lives of all of your families. Shabbat Shalom.